Good looks is only one objective when making upgrades and transformations to any space. When designed right, your kitchen should cook well too. And we just finished cooking in the kitchen with Chef Janos. And Chef, tell us what you made today.
Well, this was a great kitchen to work in, first of all. So I made a duck breast. So I seared the duck breast, finished it in the oven, so it was pan roasted.
Okay.
And served it with these mushroom chilaquiles. So chilaquiles is really a dish you see all over this region, but you usually see it in someone's home where it's stale tortilla chips and cheese and enchilada sauce. So we take the idea and sort of blow it out a little bit so it's layers of corn tortillas.
Okay.
You can eat this.
And stale tortillas.
Well, actually, we fry the we fry the tortillas rather than because we eat them too fast for them to go stale.
That's right.
So layers of the crisp tortillas.
Okay.
And cheese, which in this case we use a cheddar, and mushrooms, onions, scallions, more cheese, a red chili veloute rather than sort of an enchilada sauce. We make a casserole out of that, bake that up, and then we cut it into squares and then we cook this up with a duck, actually.
So is it layered like a lasagna?
Yeah, like a lasagna.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. And then, so that's made separately. And then here you see this is chayote squash. That's what this is.
Right.
So this is, you peel the squash. It's really hard, firm meated squash. Dice it, steam it for just a minute, and then we saute that. Just really simply a little bit of olive oil and salt and pepper. And then the sauce that we're doing, I think, is really kind of interesting. It's a mole sauce, a native seed search mole. I call it that because we use ingredients we get from Native Seed Search, a local organization, nonprofit here in Tucson. And some of the ingredients that we use in this mole go back 3,000 or 4,000 years in this region. There's about 6 different types of chilies in there, nuts and seeds and fruit. And we do, this one is actually finished with a little chocolate. Yeah.
Now, where do you find those ingredients?
You find those at the Native Seed Search store on Hedrick in Tucson.
Oh, do you really?
I do, yeah.
No special order? Or?
No.
I thought it was interesting, and please tell us again what this
is
diet.
A chayote squash.
Chayote squash.
Yeah, now, if you're from New Orleans, you'd see this and you say, well, that's not a chayote squash, that's a merleton. Okay. But you wouldn't say it like that. I can't say it like they say it. It sounds like it's got no R's, no L's, and kind of by a vowel.
Right,
but it's the same squash. It grows in this part of the country.
And it has that texture, as we talked earlier, of cucumber.
Right.
But it was interesting because Linda says she uses it in her floral presentations as well.
That's right.
So we were going to make an edible floral presentation by the end of the day, right? We're going to try that. So, well, very good. We were so fortunate to be able to cook in Linda's kitchen today.
Great kitchen.
It is a great kitchen, but it's an unusual kitchen. It's a little different layout. Again, Linda is an interior designer by her own right. She's a fabulous floral designer. She's also an interior designer, and she has done that kitchen entirely by herself. And the cabinetry and the quartz counters, which I know we both love.
Yeah, they're fantastic.
Absolutely. And the Bosch appliances all came together, and I'm going to talk as a designer myself. It's beautiful considering the unusual space layout, because this kitchen is not square. This is a rectangular kitchen. Yeah. Although long and narrow, did you not? I felt there was plenty of room in there.
It wasn't like one of those kitchens you find on a train, you know, just long and narrow,
right.
and you can't work in it. It made the proper triangles. The space was there. You had everything was, which is nice because you can really grab anything you need. It's within hands.
Right.
It's within hands length.
It was very convenient.
That was great. The cabinets are good, really nice, and they look good too. It looks great looking
beautiful.
kitchen. And I'd never cooked on Bosch appliances before.
We talked about that.
I've seen Bosch dishwashers, but never Bosch stoves.
So how did you feel about that?
It worked just fine. You know, it's simple. You know, sometimes stoves and ovens get so complicated with the gadgets and trying to figure out which dial does what, and how you turn it on and turn it off. The layout's simple. It's really easy to use, so that's a nice thing. And it's got, on one of the burners, has a power setting, which is almost as much as a professional stove. So, you know, I've got my pan nice and hot, quickly. It was easy to cook on. It seemed like they're easy to clean. So no, there's enough room between the burners to put decent sized pans
Okay.
on. It worked
So
well,
it worked really well. Yeah. So that's interesting that you have not cooked on a Bosch.
No.
Appliance, so that was a fun experience for you.
Yeah,
It was
it
fun
was
for me to
successful.
watch,
Good.
and I'm sure that Linda's going to enjoy the fact that she had you in her kitchen. So that was very
well,
cool.
if I clean up, she might.
Yeah, if you we'll get someone to do that
All
for you. But yeah, and I sat in there with you the whole time, and there was plenty of room, plenty of room in that kitchen. And
this
again,
is professional. I mean, this is exactly the dish I would serve at my restaurant. No accommodation for a home kitchen.
wow, and it's going to taste exactly. I can't wait to taste it. It's going to taste exactly the same, I'm sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and you've written a couple of cookbooks as well.
I've got a couple cookbooks. It's the first book I did, Janos Recipes and Tales from the Southwest Restaurant, was stories and recipes from Janos, our first restaurant, and great stories and sort of a compendium of good cooking tips. And the great Chile Relleno cookbook, did a few years ago, which is really all about the chili relleno, which is, to me, sort of one of the great cultural culinary icons of the region.
And I noticed I was breezing through that a little earlier, and you have great pictures in there too.
Yeah,
tells
both
a
of
story.
them have good pictures, exactly.
Yeah, awesome. And if you're wanting to find out more about the recipes today and how to prepare these yourself, you can also go to finewinedesign.com and find the recipes and learn a little bit more about Chef Janos and his restaurants. And we'll also be pairing a fabulous wine with this meal when we come back.